First, the news at noon. First, the highlights. The Lagos State Government, Finsbury Hands, hosts compliance workshop to promote sustainable practices among industries. Nigeria joins international research push for Lassa fever vaccine. On the foreign scene, United States President Donald Trump delivers Melania Trump's letter to Russian President Vladimir Putin. And in sport, Nigeria steps up push to host the 2030 Commonwealth Games. Now the details. I am Sarah Adesanya. The Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, in partnership with Finsbury Haynes Limited, has organized a one-day compliance workshop for industrial and commercial facilities in Lagos. The workshop, with the theme Regulatory Compliance for Sustainable Development, today and tomorrow, aimed to deepen stakeholders' understanding of regulatory compliance as a driver of long-term environmental sustainability. It was also to foster dialogue between the public and private sectors on best practices, innovations, and strategies for meeting environmental standards in a dynamic business environment. LASEPA's General Manager, Babatunde Ajayi, reaffirmed the agency's commitment to ensuring compliance across all sectors, noting that sustainable development can only be achieved through shared responsibility and strict adherence to environmental regulations. Ajayi highlighted LASEPA's recently signed Memorandum of Understanding with some environmental organizations to strengthen policy implementation, encourage best practices, and address environmental violations across the state. Managing consultant Finsbury Haynes Limited, Jamiu Badmus, emphasized that environmental sustainability rests on three pillars: people, profit, and planet. The Lagos State Ferry Services, LAC Ferry, has been urged to deepen its collaboration with relevant government agencies to deliver safer and more efficient water transportation for residents. Permanent Secretary, Public Service Office, Sukomi Oyebola, made the call at the agency's 2025 Strategic Management Retreat with the theme Advancing Water Transportation for a Sustainable Lagos. Oyebola noted that no agency can work in isolation, and for LAC Ferry to achieve realistic delivery of efficient service to Lagosians, it must consistently interface with other agencies responsible for building jetties, providing access roads, and monitoring activities. Special advisor to the Governor Parastatal Monitoring Office, Ibrahim Obanikoro, emphasized the PMO's role in monitoring state-owned enterprises to ensure alignment with the government objectives. They assured that the office would continue to support LAC Ferry in overcoming challenges and delivering sustainable water transport solutions. Earlier, LAC Ferry's Managing Director, Ladi Balogun, noted that this year's retreat focused on advancing sustainable transportation options, aligning with the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's Themes Plus agenda. He highlighted the integration of road, rail, and water transport at Mile 2 and CMS Marina as evidence of Lagos's growing multimodal transport network. The World Bank and the Nigeria Mining Cadastre Office, NMCO, are to collaborate in the use of technology to enhance efficiency and transparency of mining operations. During the meeting, the Director General of NMCO, Obadiah Nkom, and the World Bank delegation explored ways to strengthen the mining sector's contribution to Nigeria's economic growth and development. The discussions also focused on areas of mutual interest, which included leveraging on technology to ensure the sector contributes optimally and promotes sustainable practices in the industry, and also looked at environmental protection and social responsibility of the sector and how it could be enhanced. The meeting concluded with a mutual understanding to explore potential partnership opportunities that would benefit the Nigerian mining sector and contribute to economic growth. And now to the rest of the stories. Nigeria has joined a new $6.4 million international research consortium to accelerate the development of vaccine against Lassa fever. The Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations made this known in a statement in Abuja. The initiative, tagged Unraveling Natural and Vaccine-Elicited Immunity to Lassa Fever, is led by the University of Texas Medical Branch and funded by the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations, CEPI. They will work alongside the Kanema Government Hospital in Sierra Leone, with the research focusing on identifying immune markers or correlates of protection, biological signatures in blood or cells that indicate immunity to Lassa fever. Lassa fever infects an estimated 100 to 300,000 people annually. Nigeria has been named among 8 African countries that contributed to a clinical trial leading to the approval of the first malaria treatment for newborns and infants weighing less than 5 kilograms. The Africa Center for Disease Control, CDC, and Prevention applauded Nigeria for its role in the trials in a statement. The treatment, an infant-friendly medication, is the first of its kind for children under 5 kilograms. It dissolves in breast milk and comes with sweet flavor to take administration easier for newborns. Until now, babies in this weight category had no approved malaria treatments. Swiss regulators have already approved the formulation, while Nigeria and other participating countries are expected to fast-track clearance under the Swiss agency's marketing authorization for global health products procedure. African CDC Director General Jean Kaseya described the breakthrough as a major step forward in the fight against malaria. And in foreign news, United States President Donald Trump has personally delivered a letter from First Lady Melania Trump to Russian leader Vladimir Putin, highlighting the predicament of Russian and Ukrainian children caught in the middle of the ongoing conflict between the two European nations. The abductions of children after Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022 were mentioned in the letter. First Lady Melania Trump stated in a peace letter that it is time to save children and future generations worldwide. She said some children are experiencing darkness around them and the silent defiance against the forces that can potentially claim their future. Melania Trump's peace letter was written ahead of her husband's historic meeting with Putin in Anchorage, Alaska on Friday. And in sport, Nigeria stepped up its push to host the 2030 Commonwealth Games with a high-level meeting in London between officials of the National Sports Commission, NSC, the Nigeria Olympic Committee, NOC, and the Commonwealth Games Federation, GCF, CGF. According to a press statement, the delegation, led by NSC Chairman Shehu Diko, met CGF executives to discuss Nigeria's expression of interest submitted earlier this year and to review the next stage of the bidding process. The team also included NSC Director General Bukola Olakpade, NOC President and International Olympic Committee Executive Member Habu Gumel, NOC Vice President Solomon Ogwa, and Secretary General Tunde Bukola, alongside technical experts and advisors. Talks in London centered on the country's objectives for staging the game, as well as requirement for the final bid. According to the NSC, issues discussed in the Code of Conduct for Candidates, cities, communication protocols, timelines, and expectations of the Federation. Just before we go, use the walkway where available to avoid accident. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on my Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Zonal administration provided 1,400 hostel beds for Lagos model colleges? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlight of the major stories. The Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, in partnership with Finsbury Hens Limited, has organized a one-day compliance workshop for industrial and commercial facilities in Lagos. Nigeria has joined a new $6.4 million international research consortium to accelerate the development of vaccine against Lassa fever. We also told you that the United States President Donald Trump has personally delivered a letter from First Lady Melania Trump to Russian leader Vladimir Putin, highlighting the predicament of Russia and Ukrainian children caught in the middle of the ongoing conflict between the two European nations. And in sport, Nigeria has stepped up its push to host the 2030 Commonwealth Games with a high-level meeting in London between officials of the National Sports Commission, NSC, and the Nigeria Olympic Committee, NOC, and the Commonwealth Games Federation, CGF. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Adesanya Ejoyuka. I am Sarah Adesanya. Thank you for listening and God bless you.